Hello, everyone. It's Mark Berger, founder and executive director of the East Denver Origami Society, coming to you from the 13th floor with another episode of Things to Do Inside When There's a Pandemic Outside. Last time we made a origami chess set using red paper and white paper, and I know that a lot of you have found that those pieces go all over the place. Your cats like to play with them. So I thought it would be a good idea that this time we make a box to hold all those pieces. And it's a little thing that I came up with, not completely original, but I think you'll like it. So the complete box is made up of 3 different parts. And likewise, I'm going to do this video in 3 different parts. So let's go from the outside in. So part 3 is going to be the knob for the box. And this is made the same way as we made the chess pieces, with a little twist. So there's that, and then there's the lid, and the lid is it's folded very much like a masu box, but the final assembly is like a shuttle box. So that's part 2, and then part 3 are the 4 boxes, 5 boxes that hold all the pieces. First, there's the outside box, and then there's the shallow boxes that hold the pawns, okay? And then there are the higher or taller pieces that hold the big chess pieces. So we have 2 shallow, 2 deep, and 1 large. And we're going to start our work on making the shallow boxes, go to the deeper, and finally to the cube shaped. So here we go. All right. Now you will find in your package an unusual purple piece of paper. And we're going to use that piece of paper to make a template so that all the boxes will properly hold the chess pieces. You see, this is the same size as the bottom of our box. So here's what we're going to do first. We're going to fold it in half, both the short way and the long way. And we're going to use that to mark the paper we're going to use for the boxes. Let's start out with the small box. And I'm not going to use black paper because I don't want to make you either blind or crazy. So we're going to use some other paper that's white on one side. And the first thing to do is to fold that sheet of paper in half in both directions. Okay, and now we're going to get a pencil and we're going to match up, you see the vertical and the horizontal lines. Can you see that, Marita? Mm-hmm. Good. So now we're going to mark the edge, just right at the centers, and that will give us the size we need. Now, the next thing to do is to fold at that point. Do you see the mark? Mm-hmm. And to the other, and finally we do along sides. You notice I get all the creases to line up, and that will give us parallel sides. Okay, so those are the creases, and now we're going to fold. We're going to have to do one side at a time here. So we're going to fold the one short side in, and then along this crease, we're going to fold the corner in like so. And we're going to do that. And then we're going to take this extra bit and we're going to fold it over. That folds over. Okay. Now we're going to take the second side and we're going to do the same treatment. Fold the corner in, fold the corner in, fold the extra material over. Okay. And then all we have left to do is to pop it open and reinforce the creases on the sides. Okay. And that is our shallow box, and that perfectly holds 8 pawns for either black or white. Okay. Now we're going to make the deep box. And the paper that I sent you looks like this. It's been folded once already so that it would fit in the envelope, but you'll need that crease anyway. So we got folded one way already. Now we're going to fold it the other. And now we're going to use our handy template again. Okay, so we have 5 marks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ha ha ha. All right, and then we do the same thing. Now this and the large cube box, we're going to have to put together just a little differently than the shallow box. Why? Because these boxes are deeper than they are wide. So it'll be fine, but it'll just be a little tricky. All right, so we've done the folds here and we've done the folds here, and now we're going to do the same folding at the ends. Okay. That's 1. That's 2. Oh, and this is known, this is a traditional fold known as the, known as a printer's box. Okay, so we've done all the folds and now we pop it up into shape. And that does not look right.
Nope.
Ah, we didn't follow these folds.
Okay, open it up again and start over.
Gee. I'm going to get lots of complaints on YouTube.
You know?
Keep it polite, though.
Yeah.
Dear sir, I was observing your video tape made on YouTube. There we go. Okay. Where did I, oh, I was doing I'm not going to give you excuses. Okay. There we go.
The other mark, right there.
Okay. See? So now we're going to, here's the shape. There it is.
Very good.
See, we did a focus group interview not too long ago, and the audience thought I should look more human, like by maybe making a mistake. So that's where this comes from. Okay, now this time, and I was surprised that it didn't was okay last time. We're going to do one side at a time because, as I said before, the box is deeper than it is high. And for those of you at home, you might want to consider using some practice paper, printer paper or such, to get the moves down. Okay, so we did this one side, but now we have to unfold the whole thing, except I'm going to leave the edge folded over, and then we do this again. Okay, so everything has been creased. We have one narrow side of the box popped up. Okay, and now we're going to carefully swing this back. Okay. And this is going to have to go under, okay, because there's an overlap. Okay, so that's one. And then we take this, we go over like this. Let's do the other side. Okay, there we go. So you see, we want to, this is a mountain fold, okay? And we want to take this corner and tuck this paper underneath that, okay? So the box, you see, there are no diagonal folds showing. Those are all on the inside, okay? So now we're going to do the same thing. Taking this, okay? And okay, so we take this and we tuck it under like that. Did that make any sense, or did I confuse you?
Slightly confusing.
Okay. Let's open that up. Just this part and try it again. Okay, so we take, this fold is going to be a mountain fold. If you could remember that, that takes care of everything. So
there you go.
Mountain fold and then tuck under.
That was easier.
Thank you. Okay. So that is the deeper box. Now let's do the large box, the box bottom, if you will. And for that, I sent you this big piece that's been folded in quarters. Okay? And what we need to do here is divide the paper into thirds, because you see this is an exact cube and this is the same length as this. So here's how we do it. We're going to go along the narrow edge and we're going to do, yes, I know you love to do it, the S-curve method of dividing the end into thirds. Oh, this guy is good. You see? We made the S-curve and then we pinch it here and here. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Are you impressed?
Impressed.
Oh, good. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and make those creases there. And there. Good. Okay, so now we got the thirds, and I'm going to fold this so they're all in the same direction. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, and they're all equal. Now we need to take this dimension, okay, and we need to put it here and here. Well, here's how to do that. We're going to pivot the paper along this center point. And I'm going to do it backwards so you can see where those points are. Okay, so we're going to make a pinch in the middle of the X. Does that make sense?
There we go.
Okay, and then we're going to line this crease up with this. Okay, so now we have from here to here a 45-degree angle. Okay, and that means that if it's a square, that's going to be a 45-degree angle, and this dimension is going to be equal to this dimension. So now we're going to go ahead and fold, make that crease. And I'm doing the work on the other side of the paper just because I think it'll show up better. Okay, so now we have a perfect square. And the two boxes, you see, fit right in there. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do the same printer's box. And it's a little tricky, but I know you can do it. So here's the sides with the little extra tabs on them. So we're going to fold this over. Just like so. And then we're going to fold the corners in. And then we're going to fold that down. Okay. And now we're going to open it up again, because that makes everything a lot easier. And now we're going to do the other edge, the opposite side. There. So now we again open it up again, and we make these sides nice and square. And now, remember the mountain fold thing, right? So we're going to take this vertical, make it a mountain fold, okay? And now we have to do the same tuck underneath. Like that, and like mountain fold, tuck it underneath. And then you want to smooth it out. Okay, and there's our big box, and the little boxes and the big boxes all fit into that. So that's the work on the box using the method of the printer's box. In the next video, we're going to do the lid. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you again soon.